Some stories begin in cities, in libraries, in universities, in places where opportunity walks through the front door every single morning. But this story begins somewhere else entirely. This story begins in a small village in northern Bangladesh, where the nearest school was 4 miles away, where electricity came and went, like an unreliable guest, and where nobody, not a single person, had ever spoken English in their daily life. This is the story of Nila. Nila was 16 years old. She was the eldest of 4 children. Her father worked in the rice fields from sunrise to sunset. Her mother cooked, cleaned, and carried, every single day without rest. There was no money for private tutors. There was no internet connection. There was no English-speaking neighbor, relative, or friend. There was only Nila, and one torn, waterlogged English textbook she had found abandoned behind her school building. Most people looked at that book and saw rubbish. Nila looked at it and saw a door. Every evening, after the cooking was done and the younger children were asleep, Nila sat beside a small kerosene lamp. She opened the torn textbook. She could not pronounce the words correctly, because she had never heard them spoken aloud. She did not know where the stress fell in a sentence, because nobody had ever taught her. She did not even know if she was reading the words in the right order. She read anyway. Then, one Thursday evening, something changed everything. Her father's old radio crackled to life in the corner of the room, and through the static and the noise, she heard it. A voice, a clear, calm, British voice, reading the evening news on the BBC World Service. Nila froze. She had never heard English spoken like that before. It was smooth. It was confident. It was beautiful. She did not understand every word. She understood perhaps one word in every 10. But she listened. Every single evening, for 6 months, she sat beside that radio with her torn textbook open on her lap, matching the sound she heard to the words she saw on the page. Slowly, very slowly, the sounds began to make sense. 8 months into her self-study, Nila did something rather extraordinary. She wrote a letter. Not to a friend, not to a relative. She wrote a letter to the BBC. She wrote it by kerosene lamplight, in her neatest handwriting, on a piece of paper torn carefully from the back of her exercise book. The letter said, "Dear BBC, my name is Nila. I am 16 years old. I live in a small village in Bangladesh. I have no teacher. I have no internet. I have only your voice and one old book. I listen to you every evening. You're teaching me English without knowing it. I wanted you to know. Thank you." She posted the letter with the last of her pocket money. She did not expect a reply. She did not receive one. Not for a very long time. But something happened when she wrote that letter. She realized, for the very first time, that she could express herself in English, imperfectly, slowly, with mistakes. But she could do it. And that realization, that one quiet, private realization, changed her completely. 2 years passed. Nila was now 18. A local NGO announced a competition, an English-speaking contest open to young people across the district. The winner would receive a full scholarship to study in Dhaka. Nila's friends told her not to enter. "You have no training," they said. "You have no coaching," they said. "You learn from a radio and an old book. You cannot compete with students from the city." Nila listened to every single word. Then she said, quietly, without anger, "Perhaps not, but I shall try." The competition was held in the district town hall. 42 contestants, 3 judges, 1 microphone. Each contestant had to speak for 3 minutes on any topic of their choice. Most contestants chose safe topics: politics, education, climate change. Nila chose something different. She stood up. She adjusted the microphone. She looked at the 3 judges. She said, "Good afternoon. My name is Nila, and I would like to talk to you today about the most powerful teacher I have ever had, a broken radio. She spoke for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. She spoke about the kerosene lamp, about the torn textbook, about the BBC voice in the dark, about the letter she wrote and never expected an answer to. She did not speak perfectly. Her accent was imperfect. She paused in places where she searched for the right word. But every single person in that room, all 42 contestants, all 3 judges, and every person in the audience, was completely silent because they were not listening to her English. They were listening to her truth. Nila won. Of course she won. Not because her grammar was flawless, not because her accent was refined. She won because she had something that no coaching center in the world can teach. She had a story that was entirely, unmistakably her own. She went to Dhaka on the scholarship. She studied. She worked hard. She made mistakes and corrected them every single day. 3 years later, she stood in front of a classroom, not as a student, but as a teacher, an English teacher, in the same kind of village she had grown up in, teaching children who had no tutors, no internet, and no coaching. Children exactly like the girl she used to be. And on her very first day of teaching, she brought something into the classroom. Not a laptop, not a projector, not an expensive teaching kit. She brought an old radio. She placed it on the desk at the front of the room. The children looked at it, confused, and Nila smiled and said, "This is our teacher today. Listen carefully. Listen with everything you have, because the English language is not hiding from you. It is waiting for you. You simply need to be quiet enough to hear it." That afternoon, after school, Nila returned home to find a letter on her doorstep. It was old. The envelope was worn and soft at the edges. The postmark was from 3 years ago. She opened it slowly. Inside was a single card. At the top, in neat black print, it said, BBC World Service, and below that, in careful handwriting, "Dear Nila, we received your letter. We read it to our entire team. You reminded us why we do what we do. Keep listening. Keep learning. The world needs your voice." Nila sat on her doorstep in the late afternoon light. She held the card in both hands, and for the first time in a very long time, she wept. Not from sadness, from the absolute overwhelming certainty that no effort, no matter how quiet, no matter how small, no matter how unseen, is ever truly wasted. So let me ask you something today. Nila had no teacher. She had no internet. She had no money. She had only a broken radio and an unbreakable will. And look where that took her. So, what is your excuse? You have something Nila never had. You have this screen. You have this voice. You have this moment. Right now. Do not waste it. If this story moved you, if even one sentence stayed with you today, then you're already on your way. Keep going. Keep listening. Keep learning. And if you want more stories like this, more English, more inspiration, more moments that stay with you, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next one. Soft smile. Look directly at camera. The world needs your voice. Start today.